This is the Custom GPT. The link is there in the post, and you can directly paste the connection string here, or you can ask him, what can you do and how you can help me. I'll share my connection string here. I can just directly paste it in any format. It can be in the URI format or separately. So now it is parsed it, and it is going to attempt to connect to the database. Enable successful, connection successful. Okay. Hey, what are the tables in the public schema? Hey, that customer profile table, can you pull 5 sample records and study it at your own end? You don't need to share it because I already know the schema. Okay, from that table, can you find out response rate by the education variable, and can you share the result along with the total number of customers, the number of responder, and the response rate? You can see, here you can see what is the SQL query it is passing. So it is shared in its embedded table. Can you check another chart, maybe a combo chart which shows all the matrices in a insightful manner? So here is another chart with a dual axis. Okay, now let's move on to how to create. When you are in ChatGPT, you come here, then I'll say my GPTs. I'll say create a GPT, and I'll give a name. I'll call it. You can give whatever name you want. You can give a description which you want, and instructions. Now these are important. So where are they kept? So this is in this GitHub repo, which has got instructions as well as all the schemas are there. So these are the connecting to custom GPT, chat GPT. So these are the instructions. You can just copy. You can modify this. These you can modify as per your requirement. So I'll just copy paste it here now, and then I will enable this code interpreter, which allows it to access the Python tool. Then I'll say create new action. And in the new action, all that I will do is I will come here, and this OpenAPI schema, I have kept it ready to use. It is ready to use. It is here, GPT JSON, this one. So you can just copy this whole thing, and I will copy the whole thing, and I will just come here and I will just paste it here. And once I have pasted it, that's it. So now I'll say create. So connect any DB. Right now I'm not publishing it. I'm just saying say only me. I'll say save. I'll say view GPT. It's connected. Let's see if it's connected, whether this connection works or not. So I will give the same connection string here. Okay, just enter. Always allow. It is asking whether I can connect. I said okay, go ahead and connect. The connection was successful, right? It is showing the same schemas. I can do the same analysis. Now this time this is connected to my API endpoint. Here, if we see, if I go to edit my GPT, it is currently connected to this one. This URL is currently my FastAPI server endpoint. So all the queries are routed from here. Ideally, feel free to use it for testing and trying it out. But ideally, you would like to have your own FastAPI server deployed. So how to do that? So this is the whole code, right? This is the whole code. You just need to. It is a one-click deploy with. You can use your favorite deployment platform. I will show it with render. It's just a one-click deploy. So you go to render, and the instructions are here. This is the build command and this is the run command. So I'll go to render, and in render, once you'll have to log in first, and you go to new, and you just say web service. If you are already connected to your GitHub, fine, it will show you your repositories, whichever you are given access to. If not, you will have to just enable access to your Git repository. So this is a repository. You can directly clone it. Once you clone it, it will be in your GitHub repo area, and it will show up here. So I'll click on this repository. I will say connect. So all this can remain as the default. Build command, it has already taken. Start command we will give. Start command we will go from here. This is the start command. I will copy it here and I will paste the start command. I will go with the free plan now. Free plan now, it it winds down after inactivity, but for now this is fine. And I will say deploy web service. That's all that is required. So now it is deploying. So this deployment will take around, it takes around 2 to 3 minutes. It takes around 2 to 3 minutes. So we will come back. After that. And here it says your free instance will spin down with inactivity, which can delay request by 50 seconds or more. So in free service, what happens is when you make a request, if it is already active, you will get a very instant response. If not, then it takes around 30-40 seconds to just come back up. But there are many other deployment options, as I had shown in my main video. Nowadays I deploy it on Coolify, which itself is deployed on Hetzner. You can deploy this on Heroku. You can, if you are comfortable on the Amazon side, this can be deployed as an AWS Lambda. So whichever you are comfortable with. Render is the most, I found it to be the most simplest, easiest one. Okay, here you go. It is deployed and built out. So when you get a message, your service is live. That means we are now good to go. So now let's check out. Now what we need to do is, now this is deployed on the server. We just need to take this URL. This is a render URL. You can in settings, you can, if you want to connect it to your custom domain, or sort of give a custom domain that you can do. But this is good to go. So I'll take this URL and we will go to the same GPT, and I will simply replace this this piece here. This URL will just get replaced here. So I'll replace it and I'll click on update. So I'll say update. So the only change I have done is, now I have just pointed the URL pointer to the new to our new GPT, to the new FastAPI endpoint. So let's just try and connect and see whether it is able to now connect or not. I will just directly paste this and let's see. So yeah, it is starting. I will now attempt to connect to this Postgres so on. So it is starting action. So always allow. So it is talking, it is now connecting to the C. It shows it is connecting to this new URL. It also shows the the connection, how it is connecting. I have successfully connected. So here, done, right? I have successfully connected to the Postgres SQL, and there are the available schema. Hey, can you show the tables in public schema? So here you go. You are in just a same table that we saw earlier, right? Using my endpoint. So creating the custom GPT, including the whole in this whole deployment, it's a matter of couple of minutes. The deployment itself took for around 4 minutes. Otherwise, it is a fairly straightforward. The FastAPI server codes are ready to use. And if you go here, you can here if you go and these logs. So here you can see the logs. I have given detailed logging, so you can see how the query is being received, what's happening at each step. This is important for debugging and all. Now, what's happening in this code? What's happening inside this code? What are the various endpoints, and how does it work? So that I have covered in a lot of detail in the main Rex video. You will get all the links and all here if you go on the help and the build guide, right? So here in the build guide, I have covered these are the repositories, and the detailed build guide is here. This is the video link which I have done. It's a detailed video. Other than that, there is this Medium article which I had done, also a LinkedIn post for same some time back, where I had gone into more detail only on this aspect of it. Custom GPT's FastAPI server code, how the codes are set up, how do you deploy step by step. If you want to create a new JSON schema, right? How to create a JSON schema from zero. Typically, you just give it a previous example and it creates a new one. So this is where I covered all of them in detail, including a lot of resources in case you want to go a little deeper into or understand some of the FastAPI stuff a little better.